because of the score, the most recent meeting you had with them. So, from that perspective, would you think New Jersey would still have a little bit of a burr up their saddle for what happened 3 weeks ago in their rink coming into this game tonight?
Oh, well, they're going to obviously use it to, whether they use it in video and some of the things we did against them or to motivate, whatever it might be. I mean, how they approach it. I think that, there also has been a lot of hockey been played since then, and I think that you have to approach each game, getting out and getting playing your style and what it is going to take to, them try to, hopefully, they may think that, there's something there they can do against us, and we'll throw that back at them as well.
You have mentioned quite frequently that everybody in the division is is winning these days. All your time you spent in the National Hockey League, though, the top 5 of the top 13 teams are from the Central this year. Has there ever been a division that has had the quality since you've been coaching in this league?
Obviously I lived in the Metro for a while there where it was the same thing, the Ranger, Islanders, Washington, Pittsburgh. It was same kind of thing. It was like you had to get through the battle of your own division to get anywhere. And when I came here 3 years ago, I learned it very quickly that it's an awful lot alike here. And the last few years, just you watch these teams, in our division when they go play out east, or they go, they have tough games against tough opposition that aren't in their division, and they come out on top, and it's an extremely tough, tough division to be in, and it's why it's our number 2 goal at the start of the year. One was obviously, like I mentioned, eliminate 8 teams. The next one's winning the Central. It's because it's an extremely tough division.
When you guys acquired Vladislav Namestnikov, obviously you had familiarity with him from your time in New York, as did Rick as well. But from your vantage point, from what you saw in New York, what made you think that he could be a player that could play in all different types of situations, and perhaps even what he's become in terms of the second line center? Yeah,
he's one of those guys that there's players that last in this league that recognize that they have to do more than maybe just one aspect of their game. He started in Tampa, top talent. And then from there, kind of whether, different reasons, he ended up in different spots in different places. We got him in New York, came in and, played a role for us that we needed at that time and played it well, and he's done it again. He's been moved a few times, but when he got here a couple years ago, he is a player that recognizes that he has to be good with and without the puck, can play in your top 6, can play in your bottom 6. Has bite to play in your bottom 6, has skill to play in your top 6, and then he's a real good teammate. And so he's just, to me, a veteran guy that has been able to play this long because he's been able to adapt to, the teams that he's on and the situations that have been thrown at him.
When that name was tossed around the first time, did it seem like in your head, okay, wait, that would be a perfect systematic fit for your group?
Yeah, I mean, certainly they asked myself and Bones about him. We both had him before, and he just the type of guy that come in and fill different holes. It's not like he can come in and he's just one, can only do one thing, and he come in and filled a lot of the boxes.
One last one for me. Cole Perfetti, we talk a lot about he's being more effective in the hard areas, but for him on the cycle particularly, how much has his work there been able to allow him to weaponize one of his strongest assets in playmaking?
Yeah. Our first year here and saw it a lot more the first year, not so much the second year, but now it's the area for me is he used to do a lot of cutbacks. He used to do, and he used to get hammered into the walls. Maybe something that he had, like you see young players coming to junior and college, they think they probably get away with it a little bit more. Up here he didn't, and he got hit hard a few times, and it's an area that he recognizes now when he has a step on a player. If that's there, he can get away, but it's being elusive. It's being hard to track down, and that for me is he's gotten himself puck possession first, and then he's been able to expand the zone, maybe get out of those corners with the puck. The other night against Washington, twice drove it inside to the crease, to the blue area, or to the net front area. To me, that's a player that's changed his game.
What are you looking for from David Gustafson as he slides back in, and maybe what goes into the decision to start him on the wing versus
Yeah,
center?
Coop's had a little bit of setback, so we'll just kind of sort of monitor him day to day. But Gus is Gus. He's just kind of, you throw him in, whether it's center, left wing, penalty kill, face-offs. Sort of, again, another guy, kind of like you mentioned, Vladdy. We have guys that have been able to do this, kind of maybe not play for a while, but jump back in and not miss a beat. And Gus is a real good teammate that way.
Upper or lower for Erasmus?
Setback from where he was. So way back. So yeah.